Why does this happen? Some people work 10 hours a day, stay consistent, do everything right, and still stay stuck for years, while someone else changes their entire life in just a few months. And once you see this, you can't unsee it. Same job, same income, same frustration, and deep down, you start asking yourself, am I doing something wrong? Because at the same time, someone else who doesn't even seem to work as hard moves ahead in just a few months. That doesn't make sense, right? So what's really going on? Let me show you something most people never notice. Imagine two people starting from the exact same point, same goal, same resources, same time. The first person spends months preparing, watching tutorials, taking notes, trying to learn everything perfectly. They feel productive, they feel like they're getting ready, but in reality, they never actually start. Now the second person, they don't wait to feel ready. They learn just enough to begin, and then they jump in. They make mistakes, they struggle, they figure things out along the way, and within a few months, they're already ahead. Not because they knew more, but because they moved differently. Let me give you a real example. There's a guy named Alex who wanted to start freelancing in the US. For almost a year, he kept learning, watching YouTube tutorials, buying courses, preparing himself. He had folders full of notes, saved videos, bookmarked courses, but no real results. He never actually started working with clients. At the same time, another freelancer, Sarah, started with less knowledge. She didn't wait to feel ready. She took action. She began with small projects on Fiverr, made mistakes, got bad reviews at first, but she kept going. Within 6 months, Sarah was consistently making around $800 per month, while Alex was still preparing. The difference wasn't talent, it was action. Let me be honest with you. This might be the exact reason you're still stuck. This is where most people get it wrong. They think progress comes from working harder, but in reality, progress comes from how you think and how you act. Because the world doesn't care how hard you work, it cares about what you produce. Every company, every business, every opportunity exists for one reason: to solve a problem. That's it. If you can solve a problem that matters, you create value. If you can't, your effort doesn't really change anything. Think about your own work. Some tasks just keep you busy. They take time, drain your energy, but nothing really improves. Then there are moments where one decision, one idea, or one solution changes everything. That's a difference most people ignore. Not all work is equal, and not all problems are worth the same. Most people stay stuck because they keep focusing on what's given to them, instead of thinking beyond it. They complete their tasks, they follow instructions, they stay consistent, and yes, that's good, but it's not enough, because doing only what's expected keeps you where you are. Thinking beyond it is what actually moves you forward. Now here's where it gets interesting. The real difference between people isn't effort, it's awareness. One person sees a task, another sees an opportunity to improve something, one person follows a process, another questions it, and over time, that small difference becomes massive. Because growth doesn't come from doing more, it comes from doing better. And you can't do better if you don't learn better. This is where most people make a big mistake. They think learning means just consuming information, preparation feels safe, action feels risky, but only one of them actually changes your life. So they watch videos, read articles, take notes, and it feels productive, but nothing really changes. Because information without action creates an illusion of progress. You feel like you're improving, but your results stay the same. Real learning feels different. It feels uncomfortable. Because it pushes you to act before you feel ready. It pushes you to experiment, to fail, to learn, to adjust. And that's exactly why most people avoid it. They stay in the comfort zone, consuming, watching, planning, instead of stepping into the uncertainty of doing. But here's the truth. Clarity doesn't come before action. Clarity comes through action. You don't figure everything out first. You figure it out along the way. And once you truly understand this, everything begins to change. You stop waiting for the perfect moment. You stop overthinking every step. You just start moving. And when you start moving, your perspective shifts. Problems no longer feel like obstacles. They feel like signals. Signals showing you where to improve. Signals revealing what truly matters. Slowly, your thinking evolves. You become more focused, more aware, more intentional. And that's when people start noticing you. Not because you're working harder, but because you're thinking differently. You don't just complete work, you improve it. You don't just follow instructions, you understand them. And that changes everything. More trust, more responsibility, more opportunities. Not because you were told to, but because your actions already proved it. So instead of asking, how can I work more? Ask a better question. What can I do today that actually makes things better? Because real growth doesn't come from being busy. It comes from improving, even if it's just 1% every single day. And if you stay consistent with that, your life won't remain the same for long. One day, you'll realize something powerful. You were never stuck. You were just focusing on the wrong things. If this resonated with you, make sure to subscribe because this channel is all about helping you think better so you can grow faster.